it's Timey Lives.
Yo, it's Timey
Now
Lives.
really, let's spin some hot mermaid fire.
Hot mermaid fire.
Yeah. Wild ones unite.
Wild ones unite.
Yeah.
Wild ones unite. Wild ones unite. Welcome to the pool.
Yeah, the name is Timey Lives. I got my wild ones united with the spoonies keeping real. I don't let the fibro or the cancer ever keep me down. If you're going through the same thing, I'm here to help you out. I just wanna let you know that you are not alone. If you ever need a friend, I will make you feel at home. Got a vision that I see, and it's really what we need. I'm spreading positivity inside of the community. Yeah, tension our creators. We got something good to build. If you want to spread the word, you just gotta have the will. Get involved, get in touch, baby, spread the word. Gonna need all of the help so we can make this place a better world. Wild ones unite, yeah, baby, hear the roar. Listen to the good vibrations coming knocking at your door. Timey Lives is timeless, it's a mermaid thing. Have a great day and make it amazing.
Welcome to the pool, yeah, the name is Timey Lives. I got my wild ones united, with my spoon is keeping real. I won't let the fibro or the cancer keep me down. And if you're going through the same thing, I'm here to help you out. Hey guys, welcome to the pool. Today we are going to be chatting with none other than That Crohns Chick. That's right. She's mermazing. She is a wonder. She's like such an inspiration to so many people. Not only does she live with her condition, she doesn't just rise above it. She lets it inspire her to do more, to be more. And you know what? I love her. So I'm going to pass on. We're going to get her on here quickly today. Hello, Judith Scott. Welcome to the pool, honey. Welcome back to the pool. Give me one moment while I pass along the... I know, right? I'm so glad you're here, though. I have my iced coffee. I had my dip in the pool. I went in the house and I sat there and I cooled off. My dog is laying in the sun. That's not cool. Tucker, come now. Come here. It's too hot. I'm gonna make you go back in the house. Hang on. I'm gonna get... Hey, Faith! Welcome, honey. Let me quickly get over here and get my little thingamabobber. My little thingamabobber. I already have that open. Where is it? There it is. Okay. I want to invite people. Yes, please. I need to copy a link. Thank you. Close that thingy. Thank you. And then we're going to pass this on to my darling dear Sharni, who also known as That Crohns Chick. Here we go. I've got her right in there. And I do have to get my dang dog out of the sun because he's just laying there in the sun, which is not good. It's so hot today. It's crazy. Let me do this. Let's bring up the little box that has her on it so when she arrives, we can actually see her and hear her too. Crazy thoughts I have sometimes. There we go. So when she comes, she'll be right there. She's going to be right there. There. She'll be right there. She'll be right there. Right on the other side of it. Right by the chat. You know? I mean, where else would you want her to be, right? I know I brought it up a little too early. It's all good. It has been a amazing day for the most part. I cannot complain at all. How are your guys' day going? Is it going well? Are you having an amazing day? What are you up to today? Tell me all about it. Hey there, Riley Finchfield Food Reviews. Welcome to the pool, sweetie. I do have to get that dog, one way or another. Tucky, come here. Come here, buddy. Come here. Here he comes. He's going to be good and come to me. You want to say hi to everybody? Come here and come say hi. Come on, come up. Up, 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 up. Come on, Tucky. Up, up, come up, up. Come say hi. Say hi to everybody. They can't see you way down there. You got to come here. Come on. Say hi. This is my Tucky. It's my Tucky Ducky. No good boy. Go lay in the shade, okay? In the shade or in the house. Which way? Which way you want. Up to you, but not in the sun, baby. You're hurting yourself doing that. You want to go inside? Okay. I'm going to let him in. I'll be right back. Sorry. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Let's get you in there. Come on. In. You don't want to go in. Okay, lay here. Come on. Want to get closer to Mommy? Is that better? Is that better? You lay right there. You're right next to me. How's that sound? There you go. You lay right there, okay? Lay right there. Right there, buddy. Lay down. Lay down. You're okay. I'm going to lose my little crown here. My crown's getting all crooked. It is nice and sunny out today. I know you live in Alaska where it does not always very sunny out, is it? Let me see. Let me double check. Let me just see something real quick. I can't see my stream. I can't see nothing. Okay. All right. I know where I'm at. I thought I was. Thought I knew where I was at. You know, the one thing I will say this. When it comes to chronic illness, we never know exactly how things are going to go. None of us do. We don't know day to day. I mean, I've had legs that were so swollen lately that I could barely walk. And yesterday, my chronic fatigue syndrome kicked in the night before. I was asleep from 9 p.m. until about 1 in the morning, and then I was up from 1 until about 4, and then I was out cold again and did not wake up until 11 o'clock. So when it comes to chronic illness, we never know how things are going to go. And I know that Sharni has had some, she's had a flare-up lately. So she will be here in a moment. I guarantee you that. But we just have to be patient sometimes, It's just part of our lives, isn't it? Hello there, David. Welcome to the pool, sweetie. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to leave it up there so it's like right in our faces. I don't want to. It feels a little rude of me to do so. So I don't want to do that to her or to you guys. So I'm going to take that away for now until she's here. I'll hear her. You'll hear her when she gets here. And then we'll pull it up when she gets here. No, you never do know. You never know. Things are, sometimes you think things are just perfect, right? And then they're not so perfect anymore. And you just don't know because it is what it is a lot of times, right? Hey, Thomas. Welcome to the pool, honey. And I know, David, you needed some help. Were you able to get into the playlist? Hey, Darkheart, welcome to the pool, sweetie. If you were not, please be sure to hit me up on Twitter afterwards because I want to help you. I want to make sure you can get into the playlists. It's only right. Everybody should have access to the... Oh, they shouldn't be dropping now. Whoopsies. I'm here. I'll be chatting with you guys, but I'm going to fix that because they should not be dropping right now. Those are not for now. Those are for the morning, and I made a boo-boo. Whoopsies. Whoopsie, upsie, upsie, oh, whoopsies. Upsie, 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 oh, yeah. Whoopsies. Whoopsies. And then, I'm almost there. I've almost got them all. Almost got them all. Because I almost had it all. I can't remember how the song goes. Till you come back around after painting the town because I'm almost over you. That's not the song I meant to sing. Oh well, it is the song that I sung though, isn't it? Whoops. It just came to my mind when I said I almost and then almost popped in. I don't know. Word association. It doesn't always work so well, right? Alrighty, let's get back over here. Where is my chat hiding? My chat is hiding, baby, yeah. So, and the tree is like right in the way. Why is the tree in the way like that? It's in the way of the words. The tree should not be in the way of the words. And the tree needs to move down so it's behind things. It should not be in front of anything. Come on down, baby. You can do it. There you go. Oops. Oh, now I put it too far. Ruh-roh. Tree's back. Tree's back. I fixed it. Hello, Violet. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the pool, sweetie pie. Oh, it won't let you join. Okay, I'm going to fix that for you. Don't you worry. If you can hear me. I don't know if you can hear me. Okay, I'll fix it. Hang on. One moment, please. Not when women, please. Good Lord. You know, talk to text sucks. And so do my hands. So sometimes you never know which one's going to be better to use. Talk to text or my hands. And usually it's neither. Really. It's usually video. Video works best. Let's fix this error she's receiving, which is weird. I've never had somebody have an error before. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Okay, I'm going to hang up this one. Hang that up. Try again. We're going to try again. We're going to pull a new one up. All right. Ain't no mountain high enough. Ain't no valley low enough. Ain't no river wide enough to keep me from getting to you, babe. Alright. Let's see if this one works. You know what? It might be. I might have something set up right. I do. Oh, look at that. That would probably be the problem that's going to occur. See, there we go. I just realized you're supposed to be seeing me there, and you don't, right? Why not? Because I put the wrong camera on. Yeah, I'm going to the timeout now. Now it should work. Let me pull up the right thing now and send her the proper message. No. Oh, no. I'm so sorry, David. That sucks butt. Alright. I got it. I got the right message in there. Hit enter. There. That should work. I think I fixed it. I believe I fixed it. I believe I repaired it. Possibly. Maybe. Don't know. We'll find out in a moment. Rachel would say I have a Cockney accent and she'd want to know why. You know what I'm saying? She would want to know why, but I don't know why. It just happens sometimes. It comes out. Don't know. Yes, please do, David. Please do. Here, we'll put two of me up. Don't be frightened. It won't be for long. It'll just be till she comes on. And if we're really lucky. Oh, look at that. She'll get here before there's two of me. Hello, my dear. You've made it.
I made it.
Hi, honey.
Hi.
Oh, you okay?
Yeah, just knackered. Otherwise,
Not
all good.
Ugh. I'm sorry.
What? No, you're alright.
I know I'm alright, but still, I'm still sorry. You know? I just feel you. That's all I'm saying. I feel you. I feel you.
Yeah. No, we all know what it's like to have a bad day with chronic health, so I've had a bad week. I don't know, just the fatigue on its own has been absolutely hectic this week. Doesn't matter how much I've slept, how much I've rested. I've had a quiet week, no wild parties, no keggers.
No keggers?
You know,
no. Oh, damn. I was hoping to have a kegger with you. Can we have one?
See if
What do you think? Think we can set one up? It's probably not likely that either one of us would make it through one beer. I don't even drink beer, but one drink.
Yeah.
I'd have one drink and be like, there's our kegger.
Yeah, it's about almost 5 a.m. in the morning for me, so I think it'd be frowned upon for me to start drinking now.
Won't tell them. You know, you got TGIF though, so you're already in Friday for us.
This is true. This is Friday for me.
You see, all right. Let's check the chat here for a moment. Okay, everybody's saying hello. Poor David. I feel so bad. His PC died, so now he's stuck on his tablet. Some of those tablets can be really good. Please tell me you have a good one at least. Aw, thank you, Violet. I'm glad you popped in before you went to bed. My back is killing me, and my back has been like hell all week. My back, my neck, my nerves, they're just unhappy with me. They don't like me, and I don't like them. You know, it's sort of mutual hate at this point. Oh, thank you for dropping the link. By the way, if you guys are looking for more links for That Crohns Chick, if you look above in that little eye, I think I'm pointing the wrong way, but hang on, let me look at my thingy. In that eye, over there, that eye, there's not only her link to her channel, but there is also 2 playlists that she has there. 2, count them, 1, 2. Yes. It simplifies so many things, I have to tell you, so many things. I put them right there, they're right there, just click on them and you get them, you know. And then we have wonderful Thomas who grabs it and throws it in the chat just in case somebody's on their phone and can't reach it, which is awesome. Thank you, Thomas. So, for those that do not know you, and I find it hard to believe that many people don't know you because you are all over the place, girl. But for those that don't, could you please introduce yourself? Tell us a little bit about you. Where do you live? Let's start with that because you're in Friday, and a lot of people don't know how it's possible that you're in Friday and we're in Thursday.
Right. So, hello everyone. I'm Shani. I have a YouTube channel called That Crohns Chick, and I host a live chronic health show. The last week I've been on a bit of a hiatus because I've been really sick, but we'll be kicking back into it next week. I live in Australia, and I also live in South Australia, which is like towards the bottom. So our time zones are very, very different. Our time zone down here is even different, more different. It's 30 minutes out again from the rest of the country. So yeah, that's why it is ridiculous o'clock at the moment. It's 4:45 a.m., 4:45 in the morning. So love it a lot. I prefer being up early though, if I'm going to be honest.
Yeah,
like,
you're kooky. I'm sorry.
Huh?
You can do that? That's my question.
Yeah.
It's possible.
Yeah.
I know you do. You do it all the time, but like, you're a morning person. That's clear. I am not a morning person. I never have been. And then you throw chronic illness and chronic fatigue syndrome and fibromyalgia on top, and it's like, oh, good Lord. Morning stuff.
Well, I feel like I get more done in the morning. So if I get everything done in the morning, especially with like a really busy YouTube channel, that gives me the rest of the day to do diddly squat. I don't have to do anything. I can just sleep. Yeah, so it's kind of why I like mornings. And I feel more productive. When I'm up early, I just smash through things. That's when I have the most energy, is first thing in the morning, and I'll just smash through things and then go to bed early.
You do, and see, I've always been, and I guess that doesn't really change when you have chronic illness, because the truth of the matter is I've always, and by the way, hello, Stelenia, and Thomas, I don't know if you can see the chat, but Thomas says, you're at the bottom of the world.
No, we're on the way. We are quite close to the pole, the South Pole, so it's pretty cold here. But no, it's cool. It's pretty cool. I love Australia. Australia is lovely.
And David has a good tablet but has trouble typing on it. So I'm
worries.
glad it's a good tablet at least. That's a positive thing. Very positive considering your computer's not working. It's very important. My mermaid friend here this is Sharni. She is That Crohns Chick. Would you mind? Now, I know I heard this story already, but not everybody has. So would you mind telling everybody, how did you come up with your name? Because I loved it, by the way. I expressed it in the chat, but I didn't know if you could see it. Your story of how you came up with your name for your channel is mermazing. So please, tell us.
It's a lot of fun. Thank you. Basically, my name's Shani, and a lot of people either don't remember my name or they certainly don't know how to ever spell it. So
It's got 2 eyes, by the way, guys. 2 eyes.
It's 2 eyes. Thank you. With an R, there is an R in there as well. So it's real show and then real knee. Don't ask me why my
Did I spell it right? I don't know if I spelled it right somewhere. I thought I did. I think
pretty sure you did.
I think I actually got it right. This is like a miracle. Everybody mark the calendar. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
For me, I'm so used to it. I don't even notice when it is misspelled anymore. Except when someone calls me Shammy, and then I get a bit cranky. But we won't get into that.
No one's gonna call you Shani here. Does that mean something?
No.
Okay.
It's just irritating because I get it a lot. People say Shammy. I'm like, Shani, come on. Anyway, so I was braiding about that, and I was at home, and this was just before I started my YouTube channel. I'm like, right, I gotta come up with a catchy sort of name, something that people will remember. And so I was daydreaming that I was walking down the street, and I was super famous, of course, and people were walking past and they recognized me, but they couldn't for the life of themselves remember my name. So they tried calling out to me. They go, you're that Crohn's chick from the YouTube channel. And I was like, boom, there's my name.
There's your name.
It would be fantasizing about me.
I love it.
Well known, yeah.
Love it.
That's how thank you.
And by the way, try being called Timmy.
Timmy, oh, yeah.
I'm Timmy, especially on Twitch, because a lot of people on Twitch are male. So they see Timey and they think it's Timmy. And then they're shocked when there's a rocket blue-haired mermaid on their screen when they try and go to sing with me, like, oh my God, that is not a Timmy. I love the reactions, though. That is always the best. I will say that.
I instantly got Timmy Time stuck in my head. It's a kid's show with the little baby lamb. I was like, it's Timmy.
I do not know that lamb.
No? Yeah, no. I've got nieces and nephews. I swear I've got nieces and nephews that make me watch it, but it's adorable. It's like the beginning song is like these little baby animals like skipping to school. And it's really cute. So that's the first thing that came to my mind. It's like, Timmy, no, it's Timmy. No.
Yeah. See, I'm thinking it has to be an Australian thing, because I remember lamb chop. You know?
Okay.
That's the lamb that was around when and Bozo.
Bozo,
you have no idea who Bozo is.
Right.
Yeah. Nobody knows who Bozo is. Huh? Say that again?
I think the lamb chop, it was the puppet, right?
Yes, lamb chop was the puppet. And Bozo was a clown. I have a funny story about that, but I won't tell that right now. It's not appropriate for right now. We'll talk about that later. Sorry. Let's just say I was single, and a very young man for some reason I caught his eye, and he thought that we were going to date. And well, I told him if he could tell me who Bozo was, then I would give him a chance. He got it wrong. He thought I was talking about Homie the Clown.
Oh no.
Yes, from In Living Color, Homie the Clown is who he thought I was talking about. I was not. Those was a very different clown. Very different clown. Okay, so for those that don't know, what is Crohn's?
Crohn's is an autoimmune disease. Well, it's classed as autoimmune. Technically, it's not, but we're going to just call it autoimmune. Basically, what happens is your immune system starts to malfunction, and it begins attacking healthy cells in your gut. And so that causes inflammation, it causes lacerations, it causes obviously a lot of issues because it eats away at the lining of your intestines and can result in some pretty serious consequences, but mostly surgeries the biggest one. So yeah, that's in a nutshell, that's Crohn's. It's anywhere in your gut, can be affected from your mouth to your rectum. I know they call it bum to gum disease. Isn't that wonderful?
It sounds like a lovely disease. It sounds like it's so much fun.
Oh yeah, wonderful. Yeah. We have a great time.
It's like IBS times 50 million, right? Basically.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And so this is where a lot of my Crohn's fans go, it's not like IBS, which is true to an extent, but the symptoms are very, very similar. Yeah. IBS.
That's why I said times 50 million, because I recognize it's not like it, but symptoms can be similar with the two. Only yours would be much worse.
Yeah, honestly, most of it gets misdiagnosed all the time. Crohn's gets diagnosed as IBS and stress-related illnesses all the time because the symptoms are ridiculously similar. And that's why I used to, but I don't bite anyone's head off and they go, oh, I've got IBS, is that the same? I go, no. Yep. IBS, if you eat the right things, if you do the right lifestyle, you will get better. Crohn's disease, it doesn't get better. You get pumped full of meds. You have sometimes you do have to have very strict diets. Or you pay the price like I have been. Be a little bit naughty for a weekend and it throws you out for a week. My God. Yeah. Anyway.
God forbid,
so, yeah.
right? Mm-hmm.
Actually live like a 26-year-old could.
How dare you? You guys, by the way, this young lady here is 26 years old. And I have to tell you, her maturity level is nowhere near that because her life is not near that. And she's grown up faster than you would expect the 26-year-old to be. And I have to say, I'm very proud of you. But, you know,
thank you.
I'm allowed to do that because I have kids that are your age, which blows both of our minds, by the way.
Oh dear, no, that's so good. I don't mind being mothered a little bit by you.
Oh,
I like a
good.
little mothering.
I'm glad because
Yeah.
I'll do it. um, so have you had to have surgeries?
Not yet, no.
Okay,
Fortunately, I managed to dodge that so far.
that's good.
But with the severity of my Crohn's and the fact that I don't react well to pharmaceutical meds, it's a possibility at the moment. Because it's just not settling down. Like, we've gotten to a point where, you know, it's not mean a full, what we call flare-up, which you know about with your fibro. You have a flare-up when your disease's symptoms are at its worst. But yeah, so we've gotten it, so it's not at a flare-up, but we also can't seem to get me into remission.
Stabilized, yeah.
Kind of in the middle somewhere, so...
Ooh, I know that feeling so damn well.
Yeah, a part of me just wants to go to my doctor and go, take the bloody thing out. Most of my inflammation when my disease attacks me is in my colon, in my large intestine. And it doesn't actually cure it, guys. It won't cure it, but it will stave it off for a very long time. My immune system will have to get clever to attack somewhere else.
I was going to say, doesn't that just basically open it up to just go somewhere else? Is my thought.
Yeah, true. Most times, Crohn's disease, the reason why it's so tricky to pinpoint is because it's slow. It gets you over time. There's not a lot of people that get hit like a ton of bricks.
Gotcha.
There are those that does happen to. Alana is one of them, my co-host on my channel. She got hit really hard and really fast with Crohn's, and that resulted in her having surgery.
Gotcha.
For me, it was a bit slower than that. I've had it for quite a few years, but I only got diagnosed about 3-4 years ago. Yeah. So
now, how often is it that is there an age that the norm is, or is it not? It's not age restrictive at all. Like, if you don't have it by a certain age, do you not expect you will get it, or is it something that normally hits older people, and once in a while, you know what I'm saying? Like, is there an age range that normally would hit?
Unfortunately, in childhood, there's a lot of kids that get Crohn's. They're born with a compromised immune system. And so, yeah, unfortunately, it means that they start off in life with that issue happening. But the next sort of age bracket is my age bracket. Gotcha. It's early 20s. Okay. Seems to be when people get hit with it as well. Though, unfortunately, Crohn's is still relatively new. It didn't even have a name before like 50 years ago, and autoimmune in general wasn't even heard of 100 years ago.
Yeah. What do you mean autoimmune disorder? That doesn't make any sense. What? How could that be? It doesn't make any sense at all. Autoimmune disorder. People are weird.
Yes. Yes, I am.
I don't mean just you.
I'm part of the weird family.
They're calling, I believe, I'm trying to remember if they were calling fibro an autoimmune disorder also now.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So there's lots of different autoimmune disorders. A lot of syndromes fall into that, where they're like, okay, it's a syndrome because you take this symptom and this symptom and this symptom and this symptom, and if they're all together, it means you've got this. And if we tested you for everything else, and you don't have any of those, then it has to be that. So there we go. And they do have a test for fibro at this point. A lot of people don't know that. They think that it's just, just exclusion. It used to be just exclusion, but it's not just exclusion anymore. There is a test, and they can actually tell if you actually do have it or not. Most of the time. Sometimes it actually turns out to be like an allergy to gluten. People don't know. Then they find out that they have a gluten allergy, and magically it goes away. They have not cured their fibro. They had a gluten allergy. There's a difference. Sorry, I had to say that because I've had people that were very insistent that I needed to change my diet and I needed to go gluten-free. And that their mother did that and it cured them. And I'm like, honey, your mother had a gluten allergy. She did not have fibro. There's no cure for fibro. It doesn't magically go away. It just was presenting like fibro, so...
I hear it all the time. Yeah. Have you gone vegan? Have you done this? Have you taken milk out of your diet? Have you stopped eating tomatoes? That was one.
Because of the seeds.
Yeah. Me and seeds, we don't get along very well.
Seeds don't go well with a gut, as you call it, with a gut issue. Seeds don't go well with gut issues. They get caught in the intestines, right?
Yeah.
They cause more inflammation.
Yeah, exactly. And
See, I know
also, if they
these
pass
things.
through the gut, yay!
I pay attention sometimes. Plus, my mother has had a rotten gut her whole life.
Good
Oh my
for
God,
her, yeah.
I grew up with that woman. Yes, she has a rotten gut.
Mm,
That's all I'm gonna say.
I wasn't gonna say anything. You said something.
I love her dearly, but you know she has these things called bombies because
Farming. What?
they are they're dropping a bomb. Uh,
Bloody-
Also known as an wait, what do they call it? SBD, silent but deadly. You know those?
Oh,
Yes.
wonderful. Yeah.
Yes. That's the problem I grew up around. Of course,
Oh.
everyone has a remedy. They'll have a cure for you. Don't you know that? Please,
Mhm.
please.
I hear some interesting ones pretty much every day. I'll see it on social media and whatnot. And I've actually got there's a lady on Twitter that I follow, Kathleen Nichols. Remember if I remember her name correctly. She's real good at finding those people that are spreading BS, basically, and kind of highlighting and go, guys, watch out for this person. So she's a bit aggressive, but in a hilarious way.
Oh, got you.
So I watch a lot of her stuff. I think I'm going to get her on my channel sometime to talk about fad diet.
Fun.
Yeah, because she actually, that's pretty much her whole like Twitter account is this whole lot about finding these people that sell magic pills.
Well, it's so easy to find them. I mean, let's be realistic.
Yeah.
They're so easy. Yeah. They just jump in your face constantly. So, of course, they're right there, you know? God forbid you have a hashtag chronic illness in there. Ooh. Fibro. Ooh.
Yeah.
Crohn's disease. Ooh. You're in big trouble then. Right?
Yeah. So no, there is no magic diet. However, in saying that, there are certain foods you should not eat when you have a gut issue. There are certain foods you can avoid that reduce inflammation generally in the body, whether that's in your gut, your muscles, your nervous system, that sort of thing. There are certain foods to avoid, and sugar is a big one. She says after she ate a block of chocolate yesterday because I was feeling sorry for myself.
Oh,
anyway,
honey, you're loud though. You know what? We have the right every once in a while to have a pity party. We just can't live there. Parties end and you have to go home.
Yeah,
always.
Exactly. And that's why when you messaged me this morning, like, you sure you want to do the live stream? I can get someone else on. I'm like, no. The pity party is over. It's time to get back to work. Let's ease back into it today, so I'm not hit like a ton of bricks next week.
Yeah, and you knew that I just wanted to make sure you knew 100%. I understood if you had to, because I also know that guilt. The guilt of saying, I can't do this. Oh my God, it's the last minute. How am I going to do this? I can't believe I'm going to try and do this. And then I do it anyway because I feel guilty. Because I committed and now I'm backing out again. You know what I mean? And I know how that feels. So I wanted to make sure you understood that I get it. Of all people in the world, I think you know I get it, right? Guess what? I'm going to put my lipstick on now because I forgot. I didn't put any lipstick on. And if you guys don't mind, please share with all the world. With the interwebs. Let the interwebs know that we are here and we are chatting. And we are about to get to... Now, I know, because I've spoken with you, that not only do you rise above this illness, but you have used this to inspire you. It has inspired you. Okay. Yeah. Let me ask you this. Did I ever tell you? I told you what my butterfly clouds means, right?
Yes.
Not everybody knows, so I'm going to tell them real fast if you don't mind.
Wonderful. Go ahead.
Because I feel like this pattern I created it for a reason, and it means something. And she is the perfect representative of this also, because she doesn't just let her illness she doesn't let it control her life. Obviously it influences it greatly, but it also has inspired her. And when we let our illnesses, our disabilities, our struggles, our challenges inspire us, we become so much more than what we were before, and we don't even realize it until afterwards. I mean, I went through hell. I was in hell. I never thought I would be here. Not in a million years did I think I'd be sitting right here doing anything like what I do now. Not even close. I mean, I feel like what's happened is a miracle with the treatment that I'm on. I really do. It has given me a quality of life that I never thought was possible. And I know it's not a miracle. I know it's a medication, and I know how it works, but it still feels like a miracle.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you this. Okay, so on here, the butterflies. So often you see a butterfly representing breast cancer awareness, fibromyalgia awareness. There's so many different awarenesses that are represented by butterflies. And the clouds represent our dreams and where we can rise up to. But you don't expect to see a butterfly in a cloud, right? They don't go that high, do they? Not that I'm aware of, you know. Well, these they might, but for the purpose of this process thing, you know. Okay, thank you. I've never seen them that high. I don't know. I just don't imagine them being that high up.
I don't know either.
I
don't know.
But the thing is, these represent our illnesses. They represent our challenges. And we've risen to a higher height than we thought we could ever get. And that's what it represents. So,
I love it.
Thank you. I do too. And, you know, when I was making it, it was a process, of course. You know, what am I going to do? How am I going to do it? What is it going to mean? I want it to mean something. I want it to mean what I'm trying to convey, that we can do this. That, you know, even if right now you can't, it doesn't mean you won't be able to in 2 years. You don't know. We don't know. And we don't know. We could be perfectly healthy and not know that around the corner we're going to be knocked on our butt. So make sure that you absolutely cherish every freaking moment and get out there and do those things that you want to do, because you might not be able to do them tomorrow.
Exactly. Yeah.
And David said they sure do. What do you mean they sure do? Butterflies go in the clouds? They're up that high? Is that what you mean? It's okay if they do, because these represent the things that would hold us back normally, that are helping us to rise up. And that's okay still. But I don't know if they did or not. And I don't know if that's what you were talking about. So now,
I think they do.
by the time he hears
sure
this, you know, by the time he hears this and responds to it, he's like, oh my God, she said so much in 2 seconds. Will she just stop a moment and wait for me to catch up? Because there's always this delay that I don't know why. There's always this delay. Always. And I don't have any delays on. I don't have delays on chat. I don't have delays on nothing. And there's always this lag, I guess, you know. And it's a good, like, I don't know, 30 seconds behind at least, you know. So, how have you, because I know you have, how have you taken this Crohn's disease and turned it into an inspiration for you?
Well, the first thing I had to do was own it. That was the biggest thing. Just own the fact that, you know, I'm sick and I'm tired. I have a lot going on. And I just needed to own that and get on with it, basically. I know that sounds a bit blunt, but when you own something, when you accept it, it becomes a part of who you are, and it doesn't seem like it's out of your control anymore. And so that's what I did. And becoming That Crohns Chick and doing the YouTube channel and sharing my story, having people share their stories with me, which is absolutely wonderful, if a little heartbreaking at times. You know, becoming That Crohns Chick helped me own kind of who I am. And so yeah, it's a wonderful experience. You're That Crohns Chick. I'm like, yes I am.
Yeah, it cool. Is.
I love that. Yeah, not sure if that answered the question, but
it did. It definitely did. I look at, let me ask you this. Before you were diagnosed, there was a point where you were perfectly healthy, I'm assuming, because you weren't born with it, right? This was something that came later, or were you born with this?
No, this came later. So in my early 20s is when it began. I say that like I'm much older than I am.
I know.
So much happened.
And it throws everybody off. It is very difficult to accept a new life. It is very difficult. Absolutely.
Yeah. So no, this one hit me, the real proper physical health, the Crohn's one hit me when I was about 22, so I started feeling sick, and I got diagnosed about 24. But chronic health, I've had that my whole life in the form of mental health. Right. I've had PTSD and anxiety and some bouts of depression. Though I don't ever think I truly had depression. I think it was definitely the chronic anxiety. Gotcha. I've had that, and along with that, you know, eating disorders, so that sort of thing. That's where my physical health was. Gotcha. So yeah, I've had chronic health my whole life, but the heavy physical stuff happened in the last 4 or 5 years.
Gotcha. And before the physical stuff, because the physical limits you. Physical definitely, that the other does too, but there are ways to, the physical limits you in a different way.
Yeah, it does.
Before that, what did you do for a living, or were you in school still?
No, I was doing call centers, doing customer service. I've worked in hospitality. I've worked in a few different call centers for telecommunications, for banks, for salary packaging. I don't know if you know what that is, salary packaging. It's helping nurses and doctors save money on tax, basically. So I did that as well. Yeah. So customer service, I guess, generally. That's what I was doing before all of this.
Judith was saying she still sometimes grieves her old life, and we all do. There are moments, absolutely. Do you, I don't know if you saw my 5 tips for any spoonie to make the most of any event or any get-together, or however I phrased it. But that was the YouTuber get-together that was here in Florida. And that YouTuber get-together here in Florida, I have to tell you, I screwed myself so bad. I screwed myself so bad because we got together and there was this moment where I knew that what I was doing was going to hurt me. I knew I had a cost to it, and I was very willing to accept that cost. And I'm not saying I would change it necessarily, but despite knowing my limitations, I did way more than I ever should have done. I very easily should have said, hey, get the car and bring it to me. Not, I'm going to walk 2 miles today. I shouldn't have been trying to climb walls. I shouldn't have been bouncing around. There were 50 million things I did. And I used them all, I used them all as examples of things to avoid in the video, by the way. I did make very good use of the footage, but the cost I still have. I'm still paying for that. And that was months ago, because the cost wasn't just the fibro. And that's what I forgot.
Right.
I have lymphedema also.
Yes.
And my legs swelled up 3 days after. And they have not gone fully all the way back to normal since then. And I've been battling them up and down and up and down and up and down. I finally caved and ordered some more compression socks, and I'm hoping they're thin enough that they won't kill me in the heat, because it's so damn hot. I'm like, I love the heat because the cold hurts so bad, but the heat because I have a thyroid condition, can't control my body temperature, so I stay hot. And the only way to cool off is to literally submerge myself in the pool, at least up to my neck. And, just get my whole body in there to help bring that body temperature down. I go in the AC, I get cold. And I'm like, I got to go outside and thaw out. My husband's like, are you crazy? You were just complaining you were hot. I'm like, don't start.
Welcome to chronic health.
Exactly. Don't start. I just broke my nail, by the way.
You broke your nail?
I broke my nail. It's okay. They've been growing like crazy. I mean, I have nails that this nail has never been this long. Okay? My pinky nail was long. All my nails were super long, and this one just broke down, and now I'm just going to bite it off because I always do that. And I'll go back. And the only time I've ever had nails this long was one nail, and my boss made me cut it because the same thing is happening now. I only had one nail, and he's like, you cannot work in a pediatric dental office with a pinky nail that looks like that. It looks like you're a drug addict. And I'm like, I haven't ever touched drugs. What are you talking about? He's like, I'm not saying you are. I said, it looks like it. You got to cut your pinky nail. I'm like, okay. I've never even thought of it. Like, it didn't even occur to me that it would look like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah. That's how far away from drugs I ever was. I wasn't touching nothing. Yeah. The closest I came was family members that did. You know what I mean? So I didn't even it wasn't even a blip on my thought process that might be something that they would be looking at and thinking. I was like, what? My other nail's broke. That's all. What's wrong with you? Why would you think like that? He's like, people think like that. Cut your nail.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
Wow. Okay.
Sorry. trying to think. So your channel, I know what it is now. Did you intend for it to start out this way? I know you did, but tell them that. See, she's so smart. She did research before coming on. She had a plan. She knew how to do it, and she knew what she was doing before she ever made one thing.
Yeah.
Crazy woman that she is.
Yeah. I'm a research bug. I am. I like to, when I do something, I don't do it in halves.
Hey, Gigi, welcome.
Hi. It's just hard to get me onto something. I'm a bit flighty, but once I'm onto it, I research the bejesus out of it. And so I did, and I spent at least, like, I've been dabbling around looking at YouTube for about a year before I started, but just before my channel, it was like 3 weeks every day researching every single thing I could get my hands on with the YouTube channel. And so did I know it was going to become a live chronic health show? No. Did I know I was going to do a YouTube channel where I wanted to get other people on to hear their stories? Yes. I just didn't know how to do that. I didn't know about panels. I didn't know about Google Hangouts. I actually had some wonderful friends of mine, new friends on YouTube go, they heard my story. They could see what I was trying to do. They could see that I wasn't quite sure on the how. Lead you. And they helped me. And so I got very lucky that there were some other people who've been around for a while that saw the message that I had and just went, right, we're going to help you do this because we know what you're trying to do. And we think this will really help your channel. And now I do 5 live streams a week. I'm adding another 3 live streams. I'm doing recorded videos. I'm getting more co-hosts.
She's a nutter, by the way. And I'm going to give you some advice in a moment. But first, we have a question from Judith. Judith wanted to know, is there any particular food that makes your Crohn's worse?
Everything. No, let me be serious. With Crohn's, a lot of people that have Crohn's will tell you straight away it's nothing to do with diet, which the disease itself, true, it's got nothing to do with diet. However, because it's a gut problem, because there's inflammation, it's kind of like, well, I always say to people, it's like having a sunburn on the inside of your organs. So it makes it really sensitive, makes it harder for you to absorb nutrients from food. So you become very malnourished very quickly. So I have to get a blood test at least every 2 weeks to double check all my levels because they're constantly fluctuating. So yeah, there are some foods, like a lot of them are just obvious foods, like don't drink soft drink, don't drink 2 liters of coffee a day, don't eat heaps of junk food. But then some of them aren't as obvious. Like we can't have lots of fiber because food's just flushing through and we are constantly going to the bathroom. And I know I will not go into details about that. I'll spare you all the details of all of that. But because we're purging, I guess, the body's just getting rid of stuff and not absorbing it, we can't have a lot of fiber. So that rules out a lot of fresh food. People go, oh, you eat vegan. Why don't you go vegan? Because I can't have fresh food. I can't have salads. I can't, it has to all be cooked. It has to be no seeds. It has to be no nuts, no garlic, no onion, no beans. So a lot of the food
not even cooked.
Yeah, everything cooked. And so
can you have garlic and onions cooked or no?
No, not at all. Now I used to. I used to have it a little bit. I'm at that point now where it causes too much pain when I eat to eat those anymore. So, and again, it evolves. No, that's right. Yeah. Your disease evolves. Yes. It doesn't matter what illness you've got. You could say that about pretty much all of them.
I know with fiber, it does. I call it the gift that keeps on giving.
And you can't return because you've lost the receipt.
The Santa Claus that shows up with gifts that you really don't want.
I didn't want the red fire truck.
I wish I had a red fire truck. Are you kidding? Give me a red freaking fire truck. I'd rather have that than this.
I could probably use the fire truck, actually. Put out all the fires in my belly. Moving along with metaphors. It's very early in the morning for me. So no, there's no diet, but there's definitely foods that you just shouldn't eat as a general rule. Sugar is a big one to avoid. So yeah.
The piece of advice I was going to give you is this. Okay, and this is something that took me. I didn't start out like you. I didn't start out with a plan at all. I just wanted to sing. I was so happy that I could sing again. I just needed to sing, and I needed to share it with whoever would listen. I didn't even care if it was the same 22 people for 9 months. I didn't. As somebody was listening, that's all that mattered to me. I was happy, and it brought me joy. And I was just overwhelmed with joy with it. But I sang 368 songs in a year.
That's a lot.
And I was shocked I was not dying from it. You know what I'm saying? And then, I think, that was September, October, November. 2 months later, I couldn't walk. I wonder why. It doesn't always affect you right away. And now I have literally put in my schedule, I have a self-care day that I do nothing on. And I don't say nothing. I'm not going to lie. I won't lie to you. I don't say nothing. But I'm not going live streaming. I'm not planning, like, okay, now, yes, that's a lie now, too, because I now live stream every morning at 10:30, Monday through Friday. But that's only a half an hour, and it will be only 1 hour, but it's only that one thing. I'm not doing something that takes a whole, like, I sit for an hour. That's not a big deal. You know what I mean? Have an amazing night, and please send my love to Lindsay. How do I put it? Make sure that you schedule in that time. Don't take on too much. It's okay. You know, it's okay if everything isn't done all right away. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know why. I get why. My motivation was really clear. I was going 7 days a week. I did things like, okay, I did 368 songs, right? Or 86, I don't know anymore. I did a bunch of songs, okay? The thing was this, they weren't all done. I was out doing no songs at all for an entire month and a half because I had an upper respiratory infection. I couldn't even talk, let alone sing. When I came back, I had to make all those songs up. So there are days where I was singing 2 songs. I did a Christmas caroling collaboration through the entire month of December this past year. After my Project 365 was over. Why would I do that to myself? Like, I go big or I go home almost every time. And I think it's the nature of our beast. You know what I mean? Because we know what we can't do. And because we desire so much to do as much as we can, sometimes we do too much. And my body no longer tells me. I don't get the same warning signs I got before. It would say, hey, Missy, you are going too hard, too much. I'm going to slow you down right now. It doesn't do that. Now, with the treatment I'm on, it's a subtle hint. It's a tap on the shoulder. Hey, you might want to slow down. And it's like a mom who's really nice and sweet and stays really sweet until all of a sudden she's screaming in your face and saying, I was fucking yelling at you for an hour. What's wrong with you? That's what my body does to me now because it whispers it. I mean, my disease can progress and people do need to use canes. And I thought I needed to use a cane, so I started using cane, and it was a fight for me to do that. And I got a cane, and I started using it, and I got a blue one. It was really cool, and it folds up, and it goes in my purse and everything. And I was like, all right, I'm cool with that. So then I would get up and sing. I need a cane. And then I would be able to stand for less and less time. And all of a sudden, I woke up one morning, I couldn't walk. And I'm like, I couldn't walk for a month and a half.
Yeah.
There's videos of me sitting in a chair. There was one particular one that, it's a horrible video. It really is. I'm not going to tell you it's good quality. It's none of that. I was sitting in that lounge chair that I have out here because I couldn't stand. And I got on intending just to, because I was keeping it a secret. I wasn't telling anybody. Intending to tell everybody now I can't walk. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to continue my channel, but I'll try to come back. Like thing. I thought I didn't know what I was doing. I thought maybe I was ending it. I didn't know. And by the time the video is done, you watch me gather that gumption and say, I'm going to sit here in this chair and sing. You know, I'm not going to stop. I will walk again. I don't know when, but I'm going to walk again. And this pain will go away. I just need to be patient with it. So I'm going to sit in the chair and sing. And I did that. That's exactly what I did. But I shouldn't have gotten to that point. I should have known better.
Yeah.
You know, so don't. the advice that I know you didn't ask for it, and I'm sorry, but the advice I would give you is to be very careful and make sure that you use that hashtag self-care, ma'am. Okay? Because it's really important. Really important. I think you already know that, but we forget it. I know it. Look what I did to myself in the get-together. I did it to myself. And I have video that I'm going to be putting out on, I have a little thing I'm going to do on Instagram. I filmed everything. I just haven't had a chance to put it together. And it's going to go together, but I have something that's due tomorrow. Attitude does help a lot, you're right. But sometimes attitude gets in the way too, because we want to prove we can do it.
Yeah, it can hinder you as well. No, I do completely agree, and I do need a reminder, because I do, like I said, I get very gung-ho about it. I get very, this is my entire life. I'm not doing anything else, guys.
Yeah.
This is what I'm doing.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, besides some other projects. But a lot of those other projects is actually helping friends and family with their YouTube channels.
Gotcha.
So it's all about the YouTube. It's all about social media.
Mine all comes back to the same, yeah.
Yeah, and I've started to recognize that I'm going to need help. What I plan to do is huge. It's a talk show, essentially, and that's why I've got my co-hosts. That's why I'm getting more people on. I've also reached out to a really good friend of mine, who you'll be hearing and seeing more of. She's going to be helping me behind the scenes with managing social media, taking some of the weight off me to start managing that sort of thing. So I can just focus a bit more on the channel. I can rest a bit more. Yeah. She's going to start taking over some roles.
I'm very glad to hear this, by the way.
Yeah.
So you're going, and I've got 3 more shows coming. I'm going, what the fuck is she doing to herself? You're telling me you're coming off of a week of being out and down, and what are you doing? He's, please be careful. That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm saying. Because you know what? We both know this is a long haul thing. This is not a tomorrow. Hello, banana. Welcome to the pool. This is not a you're going to magically tomorrow, be that Crohn's chick recognized on the street that you fantasized about. It's going to be there, but it's going to be a while, Yeah. And this is a marathon. It's not a sprint. And if we don't recognize that, especially with chronic illness, we will put ourselves in a position where we won't be able to get there. And that
absolutely.
That's what scares me sometimes with myself. I will tell you that. Because how can I make a difference if I can't even, walk? How can I make a difference if I can't do, if I'm in too much pain to sit or to stand and sing like I loved singing? Yesterday was rough on me. My stream yesterday was rough. And I had a great time. I did, but I stood here singing for hours. And I just stood there singing, and I sat down a couple times, but not as often as I should have. And I paid for it. I'm paying for it right now.
Yeah. No, I definitely recognize that. And again, I always appreciate some advice. I do need a good reminder. But like the 3 extra live streams, just as an example, and there are other videos happening as well, in collaboration with others. That's not going to happen straight away.
Okay.
That's going to be built up over time, because those 3 live streams which we added, the reason why I've got to add them is because at the moment I'm only catering to really my US and UK sort of fans, people overseas. I'm not really making good time frames and all of that for my friends and family who are here.
Gotcha.
Doing a live stream at 6 o'clock every morning, people are either in bed, getting ready for work, just gotten home from work.
They're not available.
They're not available. And so originally I thought, I'm going to do 10 live streams, 2 a day. And I went, nah, there's no way.
No.
So working up to it, I know there's definitely going to be one on a Thursday for me. That I'm doing. That's already in the works. That'll be starting in the next couple of weeks. But the other 2 will be progressive, and they'll be co-hosted by other people as well.
Gotcha.
So when I do have the bad days, like I have the last week, particular live streams when they're co-hosted, I've got friends that are admin for my YouTube. They can hop in and do the live stream even when I can't do it. And that's what I'm working on. So if there are times where I'm like, sorry guys, I really can't do it today. Can you guys keep it going for me?
Yeah.
Those people are ready to hop on.
Good.
Good. and do that as well. So
my question, I guess, would be: have you thought? I know you don't want to lessen the number you do, but have you thought of alternating rather than adding on so many more? Just a thought.
Yeah.
For you to think about. Nothing. I'm not. It's your channel. You do. You know how I feel about that. I would never tell you what to do, but I just, I worry. That's all. Banana says the Eagles said, "Take it to the limit." Not always the best idea. Yeah, you're right. And Cujo has made it. Thank you for being here, sweetie. You did make it.
Inspired John. I should literally get that tattooed on my forehead.
Right? Not always the best idea.
No, it's true. But no, I have been thinking about that. I've been thinking about like starting to do, instead of all those live streams that I was thinking of, and even taking away maybe like the Monday live stream and having Monday to myself, looking at doing more recorded videos.
Right.
So I can set them up, and what kind of recorded videos.
And you can do them in advance and then just schedule them.
Exactly. And that's what I'm thinking. So when I am
if you can work the time in. If you can be organized and get the time in, because I have to tell you, that was my plan. It hasn't happened yet.
Yeah. So
I was still singing my songs on Friday and Saturday. I'm like, what the heck? Hello, Shauna. Welcome to the pool, sweetie.
Yeah, so no, I've been thinking about that a lot, and actually the last week has been really good. It's the reason why I didn't hop back into live streaming this week. I probably could have gone back yesterday, back on my channel, but I went, no, I'm going to take the week. Good. Because I've got so much up here at the moment. There's so many gears starting to roll, and there's more things being added as I go along, and I needed a bit of time just to kind of sit and think about it.
Yeah, and how it would go together, and how you got to make the engine run.
Yeah, exactly. And what's the best way to go about it? So obviously I don't run myself into the ground.
Right.
So it's been a good week for just sitting back and having a good think. Going, okay, you've got a good idea and you've got amazing people to support the idea.
Right.
But how are you going to execute it in a way that's not going to hit your health like a ton of bricks?
Hey, Alexa.
And it's going to be good for your viewers as well. So yeah, there's been a lot going on, and I've had a good bit of time to think. So
good.
Yeah,
I'm glad to hear that. I mean, I put down Mondays is what I did. Mondays are my hashtag self-care day. But I will say this: Sundays I canceled my weekend review. I started thinking it was redundant. What is the point? You know what I mean? Yeah. I heard, sweetie, congratulations. She's not pregnant. And Banana said something. What did he say? Take it to the limit or take it easy. Ooh, I like taking it easy. Take it easy. We need to take it easy. Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
I have a very strong relationship with my bed.
I have a very strong relationship with my chair. My chair and I are best buddies.
No, I've got to have my bed. I find that with my guts and all of that, anyone who's got gut issues, this really helps. When you're lying down, you lie down on your back or even on your side, it helps kind of just stretch things out. So it's not being like when you're sitting, you're putting pressure on your intestines.
Oh, well, I'm sitting back with my feet up, so that's why. It's a lounge chair.
Wonderful.
Yes.
I love a good lounge chair.
The feet's got to be up. You know what I mean? They got to be up.
Yeah, I've got a little poof next to me that I put my feet up on. So good.
I don't have them up here. It's very bad. I should have them up here, but I don't. When I'm sitting at this in my office, as I call it, or my studio, as I call it, I don't have my feet up. But I have a pool to jump into, and I got those socks ordered. The socks help. They help. But it's regardless. Even when I have been putting my feet up at night. And I've been sitting on days that I'm not doing anything. And I sit there for hours. And they've been a little tiny bit better than this right now. But this is what they look like right now. I'm going to show you. You ready? Don't be scared. I'm going to pick you up here. Oh, you can't see from there. Can you see the stream?
Yeah.
Okay, because I can't move the camera that's attached to the other one. I can only move this camera. Sorry, guys. Hi. We're going on a little ride. Whoa, and I'm knocking things over. Surprise, surprise. Are we surprised by this?
No.
There's my feet right now. And those are the best they've been in a while. And you still see I got that lovely indentation that stays there when I put my feet in. My legs are swollen too. It's fun. I don't know how much you saw of that, but I think you saw it.
I didn't see any of it.
Oh, you didn't? That's what I was saying. You see the stream. Stop.
Yeah.
Don't move. I have to go back. Let me look over there. My son is walking on your back. You crazy man. You're going to break your back that way. Come on. Where's the stream? It's probably showing right now and I'm missing it.
I got it. I can see it.
You can see it? Okay. I'm like, I can't find it. It's up on the wrong thing.
Let's have a look. Oh, darling.
Oh, you can see him now. Okay. I figured it was like right now probably is when it would show up. Those are good. Those are doing better. You see? So like they've been sucky. They've been really sucky. And but there's only so much I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm putting them up. I'm using my I don't do it all the time because it's too hot to put those damn socks on all the time. Can you imagine? You know how hot those socks are? They're like they're graduated socks that you have to you put on and they squeeze. Yeah. And they're so and that makes my fibro unhappy. Very unhappy. So then I have the problem with the fibro. It's like going back, playing ping pong back and forth between the fibro and the lymphedema. They're fighting with me. And I'm like, it's my fault. I know it is. Because I've had the problem ever since the get together. Ever since I decided to try and climb walls and walk 2 miles and, all that. I did it to myself. And that day, I was like, I feel like I did before I was sick. Not health-wise, but mentally-wise. My mental health that day I was right back to before I was sick, and I wasn't gonna, I knew I was gonna pay for it. I just didn't know how long, I thought it was gonna be a week. I didn't think it was gonna be months. I forgot the lymphedema part. You know what I mean? Yeah. I figured the fibro would just act up like it normally does. And surprisingly, at the time, it didn't act up as bad as I thought it was gonna. But those legs went 3 days later, bam. I'm like, bitch. Oops. Yeah. I forgot that part. And how do you forget that part, 2 years I had them so swollen that they were triple my normal size. And just, like, it doesn't help. I went on a plane, all these fun things I've done. But my daughter graduated college. I'm not going to not go with her. Let's get real. Yeah, absolutely. There are things that are worth my pain, and my children are definitely worth my pain. They will always be worth my pain.
Absolutely. I'll let you answer some of the people in the chat. I'm gonna make another coffee and get my charger for my laptop because I forgot.
Okay, sweetie pie. Yeah. No problem. I'll be right here. All right, let me find where I lost my chat, guys. I'm gonna get it back. I'll get it back. I found the chat. Yay. Okay.
Yay.
Did you set a date? Oh, you do. June 18th, 2020. There you go. You have a year to find a location, all that fun stuff. There you go. Oh, that happens to you too? Do you have lymphedema? Is that what it is? Or do you just get swollen legs from standing? Mine are this way because my lymph nodes do not work. Excuse me, my lymph nodes don't work. And they don't work because they stopped working when I had my double mastectomy, and they removed 2 of the lymph nodes in my axillary area, which is, good job, Cujo, which is my armpits. And when I'm weird because normally it would affect my arms. People's arms usually get affected in this, not their legs. But I'm very unique, as my doctors have called me. Weird. I've heard weird. I've heard unique. I've heard strange. Different. I mean, they don't know I'm a mermaid and all, so that could be the problem. But, yeah. Oh, your lymph nodes don't work either. Oh, goody. Isn't it fun? Isn't it fun? It's lots of fun. The socks are the best. But I will tell you guys, wait till you see the socks I got. Because I'm not getting some ugly socks. No. That's the one thing I refuse to do. I refuse to wear the ugly socks. I am getting the really cool socks, the cute socks. I got socks with some animals on them. I got socks with hearts on them. I got socks with all sorts of designs on them. When it gets hot, really. Well, I guess, yeah, it sort of makes sense. It's been hot here lately. Maybe that's making it worse. I don't know. Because the cold reduces inflammation. You don't wear them. I don't either. Okay, I do sometimes. When they're bad, I do. Because I also have the machine that pumps my legs. And that thing hurts. That thing hurts bad. Fibro does not like a leg pump. And neither do I. To be quite frank. I don't like a leg pump. What time is it? It's 4 now. Okay. Just checking the time because I'm ordering dinner again tonight. No, you may not ask any questions. Of course you can ask a question, silly. What question do you have, Shauna? All questions are welcome for the most part, and if we don't want to answer them, we just won't.
And I'm back.
Welcome back, dear. Just in time for a question.
Ooh, okay.
Yes, I don't know what it is yet. I'm waiting on Shauna to tell me.
Oh, okay, cool.
Oh, only on flights. Gotcha. Yeah, because flights are bad. Flights can be really bad. But when I did fly to see my daughter, I put the socks on both ways, and it helped a lot. Because the time before I flew, I didn't realize, and I flew without the socks, and they were really bad afterwards. They just blew up on me while we were in the plane. So I did wear my socks this time like a good girl. I even put them on right there in the airport. Is that what you're asking, sweetie? The level, it's just okay. I thought you had a different question. I'm sorry. The level thing, that is literally just for bragging rights. The more you talk, the more you level up. That's it. And you earn Snarfblat while you're here. As long as you're here, you're earning Snarfblat. It's my digital currency. It's earned here. It's earned on Twitch, and it's earned on Discord. And when I have my live streams, Straight Talk with Timey, because my website is up. Hoot, hoot, hoot. I did it. I finally got it up. Okay, it has a couple glitches that I got to fix on still, but it's up. It's live.
Wonderful.
And it has most of my stuff there, and what it doesn't have, they're working on, because that ain't my job. No, I got you, honey. Yeah, it's just bragging rights. That's all. The more you talk, the higher the level you go. And there you go. You just made it to level 5. Look at you. Look at you, just rising through the levels. And the Snarfblat's going to be used in a future giveaway. When I hit my watch time, there's a giveaway that I have that has 4 different prizes. There
Wonderful.
are 2 makeup packets that are huge, I tell you. Then there is a Timey Lives gift basket full of Timey Lives merchandise, or gift card, depending where you live, if I can't get it to you that way. And then there is a $25 gift card from Amazon, because we don't want to leave the fellas out.
Of course.
And you will use your Snarfblat to get into it. In other words, if somebody just shows up for the giveaway and they've never been here before, guess what's going to happen? Spam's a pretty bad idea. Yeah, don't spam. But, just chat. That's all. Especially since it's just for bragging rights. I mean, really. You know what I'm saying? You don't really earn anything out of it. That's probably why I didn't put anything to earn, because I didn't want people. I can't take this call right now, so I'll call you back later. But okay, so somebody arrives because they hear there's a contest, right? And they want to get in on it, and they've never been here before. Well, they'll learn Snarfblat while they're here. But if you've been here and you've been coming consistently, and you come to wherever I am, guess what? You're going to have a big old pile of Snarfblat.
Oh,
And
okay.
you're going to have a lot higher chance of winning than somebody that's just arrived. And I just think it's fairer that way. I
Absolutely.
I want the people that are here, that are supportive, that are enjoying the content, that are being entertained, because that's what I love to do, is entertain. If you're being entertained by me, you're coming back and you're watching. You're not going to show up just for my Snarfblat. You're just not. And I want those people that are enjoying themselves here, I want those people to have a higher chance of winning, because they've been here for me, and they're the ones who are actually getting me to the point where I'm going to have that watch time. It's not going to be the person that shows up just for the contest. And,
True.
you know, it's a snowball's chance in hell that somebody's going to win with 5 snarf flat. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Let's have a look. I wish I knew how to do something with her when you got a new follower.
Oh. Well, guess what, Shauna? I am my next project, because I always have my next project in mind, of course. Like I said, I tend to go big or go home. Sometimes people get scared. My banana.
Yeah.
Like my caroling project. Oh my God, that was a disaster. But this upcoming Christmas, guess what? I have a way to fix it now. I know what to do. Okay. When you were a kid, did people go caroling door to door?
No.
They did not. Wow.
Nope.
Okay.
We do not have that in Australia.
At all?
Nope.
Wow.
Well, not that
Okay.
I know of.
Okay. Well, when I was a kid, people went caroling door to door. And as you went, usually a lot of times it was with a church group or something like that, but as you went, people, if they wanted to, could join you and continue singing in the next house. And oftentimes the crowd would get larger and larger and larger. And then sometimes we'd stop at somebody's house and they'd be like, want to have some hot cocoa? And I'll go in and warm up, you know, and go back out and sing. And it was a blast. It was so much fun. So what I did was I set up a caroling for here on YouTube. And I went from channel to channel to channel. And we used Shmuel. And each channel we would go to, I'd pick up the next person and join the group. Now, it sort of fell apart as the group got larger. Let's be realistic. It was Christmas time. People were busy as heck. But we did have a mermazing finale that was it was something to laugh at. Because I did not go, I saved a certain song for the finale. It was a mistake. See, I've learned things. I learned the hard way. Let's be realistic. It is late for you, sweetie. Have yourself an amazing night. Thank you so much for coming, honey. And I hope to see you this Christmas in the caroling, because this year the way it's going to work is we're going to carol around, but I'm going to go caroling, and in each channel I will sing with whoever's channel it is, and they can put it on their channel. Or I go caroling and they can put it on the next person's channel. That's probably even better. And the next person puts it on the next person. And then they'll have the finale. But the finale will be something like, Here Comes Santa Claus, not Mary, Did You Know?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
We're going to be honest. There were moments where we sounded like cats howling in the night. Yes.
Oh, dear.
So I made a premiere out of it, and I put a montage together of every single song we sang, and then had that on the end, so that it wasn't so bad.
That's awesome.
But now we know better. Like, I've learned, and now this year we're going to do it better. You know, it'll be better, much better. It'll be so much easier. I swear to you, I had a panic attack Christmas Eve. Not even kidding. I was having a panic attack because it was falling apart, and I didn't know what to do. And I was like, what am I doing to myself? This was supposed to be fun. What did I do? You know, so I stopped myself, and I breathed, and I reassessed, and I just went with it, you know? I'm so glad you enjoyed yourself, sweetie. I really am. I'm so glad you enjoyed yourself. That's amazing. Today was entertaining between you and Inspired John and Panic D and Happy Trails. It was a good morning. It was a good morning. It was nice, right? There's a reason why we continued it. It's the community, plain and simple. I now host a Monday through Friday, 10:30 a.m. At the moment, it's a half an hour. It will be becoming an hour-long show at least when Kay goes on hiatus in July. And when she comes back, it'll go back to being a half an hour. Because nobody owns a time slot, but it doesn't matter. It's the community. You know what I mean? Everybody goes to her afterwards. So if she wants that spot, if 11:30 doesn't work for her, she gets 11 o'clock back, period. I just can't do before 10:30. I can't promise that. I missed one. It's the first week, and I was late for one. I made it 11:30 instead of 10:30 because I did it after K's instead of before. because my chronic fatigue syndrome kicked in on me 2 nights ago. And I slept from 9 o'clock till like 1, and then I was awake for 3 hours, and then I went back to sleep and woke up at 11 o'clock in the morning. And my stream is at 10:30 to 11, so I missed my stream. But thank God the community understands, because they know.
Yeah.
They know, but yeah, so it's a great morning. We get together, we have coffee every morning. You're welcome. You're sleeping then. You're sleeping then, aren't you? It's not the middle of the night for you, is it?
Yeah, it's the middle. I think it's like 2 a.m. or something.
It's like 2
I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, you're sleeping.
I remember when I get the notifications.
Huh?
I'm trying to remember when I get the notifications.
Oh, gotcha. Like what time? Well, what time is it there now?
It is almost 6 a.m.
Okay, and it is 4:20 here. How is it almost 6 a.m. there? That's so confusing to me.
Because we're 13 and a half hours ahead.
Okay, so if it's 13 and a half hours ahead, if I'm going live at 10:30, that puts you what time? Yes, you were at the doctor's.
Are you Eastern?
Mm-hmm. Yes, I am. I'm Eastern.
So that is midnight. So
midnight your time, we're having coffee in the morning. And you're sleeping because you're a morning person.
Yes, I'm up at 4.
Yeah. Well, just so you know, we understand that not everybody can always make it, especially with the time differences. And if you want to be a part of the community, you are more than welcome, because you are a part of the community. The way we work it is this. Because it's a half an hour, instead of people dropping links in the chat, which would be a mess and a half, how do we talk about anything? We just talk about what we're doing that day. We say what time we're doing it. We say where we're doing it, okay? But there is a playlist, a collaborative. There are 3 playlists, actually. One is for live streams. One is for videos. One is for our weekly challenge, which is decided by the group, not by me. I did the first one, and now somebody has to come up with a really great idea for tomorrow so we can have it for the next week. Because the first one was, we all have a video on our channel that sucks butt, right? Now, we know sucks because we just started out, and it's something we did way back then or whenever. And we've all learned, even if we just started recently, we all learned pretty quickly. So we can do better. And we know we have to redo it. But it's put off, right? Because we're doing new content. So the challenge for this week is to redo that video. And
that's a really good idea.
Guess what? I chose my Shmuel tutorial. Do you know why?
Why?
Oh, it's only 3 videos long, 15 minutes each. For Shmuel. Yeah. It is called Everything You Ever Wanted to Know About Shmuel.
Yeah.
And then some. Well, tomorrow's Friday, so tomorrow is when the projects are due. So hopefully everybody's getting their projects done and putting them in the playlist. And if you put it in the playlist, and I can give you the links after we're done here if you'd like. Anytime you do a new video or a live stream, 1 per day on each one, you can add it to the collaborative playlist. And the idea is this. When someone in the community is looking for something to see what's going on in the community, all you got to do is go to playlist. It's all there. You can hit play and run it and watch something from everyone in the community if everyone puts it in there.
Okay.
Imagine that. An entire community of YouTubers, and you press one button and you get to see everybody.
Oh, that's awesome.
Right? Because, I mean, I could talk about a couple people, but I'm not going to be able to talk about everybody, right?
Yeah.
And I'm not going to be able to see everybody. I'm working on my own stuff now, too. You know what I mean? We're all creators for the most part. Not everybody is, but most people are creators. And the ones that aren't, they can watch it. And they're thrilled to watch it. You know what I mean? Because they can just run a playlist. So it makes it so much more convenient. And I check in the morning to see if what's been added. And if there's new things added on there, I put them in that little eye up there. I put 2 videos and 1 live stream per day goes up there. Because the other item is the actual playlist. And there's spaces for 5. You know? So, yeah, that's what we're doing.
I love that. That's wonderful.
Yeah. I'm like, we needed a place to go, and I'm like, okay, if we can do it 10:30, yes, not 10 o'clock. I can't promise 10 o'clock. I knew that, you know.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I have that Monday through Friday now. But that's what I was saying before. See, I got off track too. Self care. Now that's my self care day, right? But what I found is this: I don't post every Saturday. I'm sorry, I do. I post a song every Saturday. But if I do my song before Saturday, like if I do my song tomorrow, I can just post it. It can be scheduled.
Yeah.
I don't go live every Saturday. I
Yeah.
only go live when there's something to see what's in the box. So it's usually twice a month. The other two times, I'm not live. And if I sing the song on Friday and I put it up on Saturday, I have nothing to do, no work to do other than behind the scenes stuff. Okay?
Wonderful.
And then Sundays, I no longer do the week in review because I felt it was becoming redundant, really. You know? It was an hour long because I do a lot. And I put it on a video and I just give you clips of what I did. But hey, guess what? You can just go to my playlist and watch it. Like, why are we going to do this? So instead of me sitting there for an hour every Sunday, and don't get me wrong, I loved getting together with people, but it was becoming less and less people too. And I'm like, this has become redundant. I don't want to be redundant, you know? So I took it out.
Yeah.
I just dropped it. I'm like, you know what? I don't need this. So that means Sundays I'm off too.
Wonderful.
So technically, I have 2 days that I'm off a week and 2.5 days. And then I have Tuesday and Friday is scheduled my gaming days purposely because that's just a day to relax. Really, that's what that was initially. That was my self-care day initially. So really, I have 4.5 days that I'm just chilling out.
That's
and
awesome.
I'm getting a lot done too at the same time. You see that? I worked in my self-care with my, I'm working on it. I'm getting there,
awesome.
So yeah. So if anybody would like those links, just let me know. I'll get you the links so that you can add to the playlist. And you can put the playlist on your channel if you want. If you don't, you don't have to. And it's just as simple as if you haven't used one, you just click on the collaborative playlist. And I think there's something you have to click to become like a collaborator. I don't remember, to be quite honest. But once you click on it, it's right there. And what I think you do also, once you click on it, then you can just add it like any other playlist when you're making your videos. So you just put in the video on the video and whatever playlist you want, and then throw it in that too.
Okay, cool.
It's easy.
Yeah.
So I'm doing that now too. So I'm one to talk. I'm aware of that, but I do plan in my self-care days on purpose because I know if I don't, I won't have them. That's my trick. That loophole that I love. I love loopholes. That's my loophole. So let me ask you this. In the midst of all of these things, you always come forth with an amazing attitude. You do. You are resilient.
Thank you.
You are a fighter. That's for sure. You see that all over you. And anyone who gets to know you knows you're a fighter. You do not take any guff from anybody, anywhere, anything, including your own body.
Yeah.
You try and whip it back in you're like, get back, behave yourself. Not right now. Now, I try that too. It doesn't really work. Whip and fight don't go together. But, hey, more power to you, honey.
The 50-50 chance when I tell my body off. It either goes, yeah, okay, all right, I understand where you come from, or it goes, haha, nope, into my own thing. So. Yeah. But thank you. I appreciate you saying that.
Now, seriously though, I mean it. It's you're good people, and you have a wonderful heart, and I love the fact. I did enjoy watching your interview with Chris. I'm glad.
Yeah.
Which Chris? Now I'm getting confused.
Watching an interview with Chris. Oh, so Chris from Driven Industries. He has a mental health channel. He talks about mental health and drug addiction. I had him on last week to talk about men versus mental health and how we should be looking after our boys a bit more in our society.
Have an amazing day, Cujo. Thank you for coming, honey. Sorry, go ahead.
That's all right. Yeah. So, there's a little point on, yeah, let's take care of our boys a little bit too. They have mental health, they have chronic health. And I made the point of, in the ratio of men to women, men seek just as much help as women do. They just don't voice it as much. So if you look at the statistics, even just on my own channel, it's in favor of men. It's actually more men watching my content than it is women. But if you look at the comments and if you look in my live streams, it's more women commenting.
Yeah.
On the chats and on the videos. So it's a very interesting dynamic that like 60% of my viewers are male, but only a few of them actually comment. And so I had a good video with Chris. I'm assuming that's who you're talking about, Shauna.
She said, oh no, Abraxas.
Paranormal. I haven't, sorry, I stand corrected. That's not me.
Different Abraxas. Different Chris. I was wondering because I know a few Chris's too.
So
and I had a Chris here on MerMazing Chats just a couple weeks ago. Yeah. So I wasn't sure which Chris. There's so many Chris's, Thank you for coming, Cujo. I'll see you soon. And by the way, Cujo, did you see? I think you did. I think you commented. You did see the super secret project that you're in. You did see that, right? Sharni's in it too. I don't know if you had a chance to see it or not.
No, I don't think I have.
Oh, it's
we'll talk about it after the live.
It's up. And
awesome.
You're in it. And you're in it. And wait till you see where you fall in it. I got the timing. I'm so proud of this thing. I worked on this for months, girl. Months.
Right.
I'm not even exaggerating. Months. And the timing of where you fall in it, and really everybody else too. It worked out perfectly. I was like, oh my God, that's where I want her.
Wonderful. I'll check that out after the live stream.
Oh, I got you when I was on his channel. On Chris's channel. Abraxas. I'm trying to think what else. I don't know, sweetie. You tell me what else. Tell me what inspires you
to do my YouTube.
What inspires you to live?
Ooh. A few things. One, whatever I go through now, and I have this belief very strongly that whatever I go through now is nowhere near as bad as where I've been, what I've been through before. I've seen some things that I've been through, some pretty hellish sort of stuff. So I have that optimism that I'm never going to go back to where I was, and nothing is as bad as where I have been. So that's one of the, streaks of optimism I have, is thinking that way. But on my channel and with chronic health and whatnot, it's people. It's the, wonderful support of people that are suffering and in pain, that are vulnerable, that are very often misunderstood. They're scared, that, all these things, and they have all these challenges, and yet they have the strength and the courage to come on to a complete stranger's YouTube channel and tell their story.
Yeah.
And so the connections and just the everyday sort of little things that just good people do.
Yeah.
That inspires me to, keep doing what I'm doing and to tell their story. Because that's what essentially I'm doing. I'm not just telling my story. Actually, my story is this. Yeah. On my channel, actually, if we're looking at it, it's Alana, my co-host from Glittery Guts. It's now Ben from Ben on Adventures. It's Mike when I'm on his channel now, co-host on his channel every Saturday for you guys.
Yes, I saw that.
It's you, it's other people that come on to tell their story. So that's what gives me inspiration. It's that if they can do it, so can I. And the least I can do is provide an opportunity and a platform for them to be able to do that. So I've actually got the time.
Well, I appreciate it. I do. I definitely appreciate it. I felt so bad when I brought out my big old list of my diagnosis that day. I was like, oh,
no.
I'm sorry.
No. That was what the live stream was for. That's exactly what it was about. And so I think
my list was so long and I couldn't even pronounce half of what I was saying. I was like, I don't have a clue what any of these are. All I know is they would have killed me last year, basically. But I read everyone off too.
I remember.
I know you do. It was torture, wasn't it? I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to torture you.
No, that was actually the point of the video. I just think like Alana and I and Nancy and all that, we were just like goofing off before you came onto the live stream. We were just goofing around. It's like, wait, hold on, we're talking about cancer this week. Why are we goofing around? But then again, you've got Nancy who's got like 2 different kinds of cancer that she's dealing with at the moment.
We have to goof around.
Yes.
If we can't laugh at ourselves, then we're in trouble.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
Absolutely.
We have to goof around. Seriously.
It's too depressing otherwise.
Yes.
It's extremely depressing.
Yes. You have to be able to laugh at yourself. I mean, for God's sake, I throw things constantly. I throw things. I broke my bracelet this morning on my stream. My brand new bracelet that my friend Lauren, who I've known since I was 14, she sent me my beautiful charm bracelet so that I don't lose my mermaid legs. You know, I got to keep it on so I don't lose my legs. That's my magic charm bracelet. And see, see, exactly. That proved my own point. There we go.
A little bit lower. There we go. Aww.
I broke it. And I don't know how I broke it. I was trying to adjust the bracelet, and I guess I just hit it the wrong way, and it, like, cracked it right down the center. I'm like, no! How am I going to tell Lauren I broke the bracelet that she sent me since I broke all the necklaces I had? I'm not good with necklaces at all. They get caught on my dishwasher. Don't worry, I won't tell him that.
Huh?
I'm not sure. She said, Abraxas inspired her to start a YouTube channel. She has to see a therapist after what happened to her. Just do not tell him that because I'm not sure how he would take it. And I'm not sure what happened. No, what happened, honey? I'm sorry. So you are aware with the fibro fog, especially with me, my memory sucks. So I have issues where I don't remember things. Like, I didn't remember my daughter received an award, and I saw it, and I did not remember ever seeing it before.
Wow.
That scared the crap out of me. I went into my neurologist. I'm like, I don't know. And she's like, stop working.
Mm-hmm.
And your brain will, your neurological symptoms will lessen. I can't guarantee they're going to go away, but they will lessen. And they did. They did. But it was, you know, my memory is horrible. Horrible. It's bad. It makes me far too easy to be gaslighted. I will tell you that. And my kids know it. And my kids know it. That's the problem.
Right.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. She had a really bad mental breakdown once before. So she knows what it's like to have mental health problems, is what she's saying.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough. We talk a lot about mental health on my channel.
Yes.
Because the way I treat mental health and physical health in the same sort of bracket. Like, they go hand in hand. If you suffer one, you usually suffer the other. If you have mental health, your physical health deteriorates very soon after. And vice versa. When you got physical health, your mental health goes down too. So I treat them both as they work in, you know, cohesion together. They're symbiotic.
I don't know one person that has a chronic illness that has not been depressed because of it.
Absolutely.
That it has not caused depression in them.
Yeah,
because
I completely agree.
There's that mourning period that we've talked about before, you know, where you're mourning your old life. You have to. You have to mourn it. You have to take the time to mourn it. You have to go through it, and you have to come out the other side. And it takes time, for sure.
Yeah, it's part of the restructure on my channel. The Friday sort of live stream for me, which is I think Thursday evening night for you guys, I'm going to make that a bit more of an open panel. So instead of it, normally at the moment it's just been me and Alana. But what what I'm going to do is have it so it's like a question of the week. So a question that we ask the community.
I did see a playlist called that.
Yeah.
I think that's up there. I think that's up there.
Yeah, because we've got a couple of things. So there's things like what's your illness, which would be Monday videos.
Gotcha. That's up there.
They were live streams. They're going to be shorter videos now. Me kind of compiling very brief, like 5-10 minutes. Okay, what's this? Bang, bang, bang. Symptoms, diagnosis, treatments, that sort of thing. So build up a bit of a chronic health library.
That way you don't end up with somebody going through a list of a mile long full of their cancer diagnosis on your stream.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
See, I teach people wonderful lessons.
I've learned the error of my ways. No. It was more like,
I'm teasing,
okay,
honey, I'm just teasing.
I know. When it comes to those live streams and whatnot, not everyone has an hour to 2 hours to sit down and watch a live stream breaking down chronic health. They need 10 minutes. They're doing a Google search. They're concerned about their health. They need something quick. Yeah. So we still have those long live streams, absolutely, but I've got to beef that up a bit, and that's why I'm going to do a short video as well. Nothing fancy, no music, no cuts, no nothing, just boom, this is what it is.
Gotcha.
But then on the Friday, I want it to be, as it's the end of my week, I want it to be, okay, so any of my co-hosts, people like you who are regularly on my channel, that sort of thing, whoever's been up on a live stream with me, I'll be posing a question for that week. Like, for example, a video coming up is, what are the grieving stages of chronic health? Okay. That's going to be a video. I'm dedicating it to that. But it won't just be me talking about it. Yeah, anyone like Ksenia from Pusa Studios, Alana, Ben, Grant, you know, that sort of thing. Any of you guys can go, hey, I'd like to be on that panel. I'll send you the link. Everyone can come up and go, right, let's talk about it as a community.
I like that.
What are the grieving stages as we know them? That sort of thing. So yeah, there's a few other videos and there's a bit of a restructure happening to get more opportunity, not just for you guys to be on my channel more, but also offering an opportunity for my viewers to be on the channel more as well, which is coming up. So
I like that.
Lots going on.
And Shauna, I'm so sorry. I think I don't know what the statistics are now, but I remember there was a point where it was 1 in 3. If you have 3 women together, one of them had been sexually assaulted at some point. And I can tell you that there's at least 2 of 3 right here, right now. There's 3 of 3. All 3 of us have. So, you know, the statistics on those are not always as accurate as reality is, you know. And then there are women that have never been, you know, and thank God for that, you know, thank God for that. Because we won't wish that on anybody, right?
Absolutely.
I got to fix my crown. It's getting messed up, you know. Poseidon gets very picky about how my crown is sitting. He hits me up once in a while. He's like, okay, you've worn that one enough lately. Can you switch to the other one, please?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like, you know, you have a plan, and I love it. I love your plan, and I love you. And you are very inspiring. You're an inspiration yourself. And
thank you.
Know that you are. You are definitely rising above, and you are letting what's happened to you and what you live through and what you're living with inspire you to be more than you would have been before.
Yeah.
And I think that I also agree with you 100% that when we have something in our past that we've lived through that we know we're never going to have to live through again, and no matter what happens, nothing will be worse than that, and we know it. We know it. Okay? Now things will be close. Don't get me wrong. There's things that surprise us, and we're like, holy crap, I didn't think that was going to be like that. You know, but nothing will ever be worse than that. We survived the worst we've ever had to survive. Then it's easier. It's easier to deal with it. It's
absolutely.
It makes us stronger, for sure.
Yeah, and it's a choice as well. You either let it make you a victim or you become a warrior.
That's true.
You overcome it.
And I love when you say that, by the way. You become a warrior. I love that.
Yeah, you're a warrior. You're a survivor. You're a survivor and you're a warrior. And, you know, if you can empower other people to help themselves, you become a hero. So that's part of, like, that's what I do with my merch as well. It's meant to be awareness, but inspiring the person who wears it. And so one of my t-shirts says, you are the hero of your chronic health story. Another one is a bit more fun. It's like, excuse me, chronic health warrior coming through. That's, a little bit of fun. And some of it's cutesy, like with the love hearts said, love your guts. You know, love your guts. but a lot of the merch is I've been thinking about merch for so long and catchphrases and all of that. And I wanted it to be people who ever bought that merch, it'd raise awareness to anyone else around them.
Yes.
Like that they've got chronic health. Because a lot of it's hidden diseases. A lot of the time we get those looks of why are you sitting in a disabled area on a bus, or why.
I have a story about that. Continue. I'll tell you after.
Yeah, all of us have
after
a story.
The stream, after you're done, I finished what your thought is. I'm like, I'm willing to share this one publicly. It's a very embarrassing on my part, but.
Okay. Yeah, and so I wanted the merch to be not only awareness without like slapping people in the face with it. Right. You do see some stuff out there where it's very in your face and I have a chronic health issue, bush, which we can't be doing that either. So I want it to be awareness, but I also wanted it to be empowering to the person who wore the stuff or got the stickers or have the mug or, you know, and that was the sort of theme of my merch. But anyway, so tell us your story, because I know we've all got one. If you got chronic health, we've all got a story. Well, you don't look that sick, or why are you doing that?
I'm not even going there. Are you ready?
Okay.
I told you I learned the hard way, remember? Didn't I say that? So I was young. I was a teenager, I believe. And here's what happened. Somebody parked in the handicap parking, and they didn't have a sticker. And they parked there, and they got out of that. They may have even had a sticker. Wait a minute. They might have. They may have had a thing hanging off their rearview mirror, but they got out of their car, and they looked perfectly fine, and I confronted them. As a teenager, I confronted them. I said, how dare you park in that parking spot? You're not disabled. You're working perfectly fine. And look at me now. Karma's a bitch. I'll get struck, not you. Don't worry. You didn't say it.
Okay.
But seriously, like, I was that person that just thought I knew so much, and I was so offended that they would have the nerve. Now, they might not have had it. I don't know if they had a chronic illness or not. I have no idea. This was many, many years ago. This was in the 80s. Okay.
Yeah.
But they had a placard. They had it hanging, and they walked, and I'm like looking at them like, how dare you?
Hey, in your defense, there are some wankers that do that.
There are.
People that do that.
But I just assumed they were, you see.
Yeah.
And if somebody had approached me in that way now, I would look at them and go, wanker. You know. So sorry to tell you, but yeah, I am. Take a look at my ankles a little bit. Open your eyes a little more.
Yeah.
Don't be me as a teenager.
What not to do? No, we've all done it. We've all had that judgment because we're geared to be defensive. We're geared to defensive about what we're passionate about, that sort of thing. And the disabled parking spots, disabled areas on public transport, and all that, they're always a hot topic to talk about. Who should and shouldn't be sitting there and that sort of thing. So hopefully I get to tackle a little bit of that with my merch in an unobtrusive and non-offensive kind of way.
There you go. I like
that. Because imagine if you saw me sitting on the bus, he's like, you look okay. I was like, well, actually, I've got arthritis and I can't actually walk up the stairs right now. It's a miracle I made it onto the bus. Yeah. But if you saw me wearing a T-shirt that says, you are the hero of your chronic health story, if I had a sticker, some sort of indication that there might be something more to it. If someone was to pull me up, it might not be, what are you doing there? It's like, should you be sitting there? I'm like, sorry, actually, I've got arthritis. I can't get upstairs. Yeah. It helps to initiate a conversation that isn't aggressive, where someone won't attack me and I won't be defensive and attack them. Right. That's what I'm trying to get off a little bit.
I love
it. Conversation.
I do love it. My things are, they're all geared towards. This says right on it, we are more than they can ever imagine.
Absolutely.
And then I have the Make It MerMazing, of course. I almost forgot that. I almost didn't put that on anything.
Wow.
Like, it went right over my head to put it on. I'm like, I say it all the time, but I say it all the time. And I was like, what am I doing? It needs to go on something. So I put it on something, you know. And I made a dress that is not actually, it's this design.
Oh, wonderful.
And I want to order it before I put it like in the shop. You know, I want to be wearing it. I want to show you guys what it looks like because I can't wait. I'm not sure what you mean by that, honey. I have to tell you. And I do have to tell you this too. Remember this morning I was talking about the, you know, family members. I'm not sure getting a mortgage made, but I'm not sure about it yet. I was thinking about when I hit. I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means.
Like, are you saying that until your YouTube channel gets, because your YouTube channel is not going to pay a mortgage. I'm going to tell you that right now.
Ooh.
YouTube channel won't pay a mortgage for years.
Yeah.
1,000 subscribers, I'm telling you, like I said this morning, is nothing. It's nothing.
Yeah.
What I have is nothing. What matters is the individual people. It's not the numbers. It matters the difference you're making. And it matters that you are being as creative as you can and putting out the best content you can. Other than that, you cannot look at I know lots of people are looking at his business, and people can say, yes, you can look at a business. But I have to tell you, it's not a very lucrative business to get into because the very few people get to the point where their mortgage is going to get paid by, and they never have it paid when they have 2,000 subscribers.
Yeah. It's exactly.
Not going to happen like that. I'm sorry.
Want to make a merge, but I don't know long I should wait before I actually make it. Merge what?
Yeah, that's what I'm confused about. I thought you said mortgage. You said mortgage.
I have to go to the toilet. I'll be back in just a sec.
Okay, honey, no problem. I will be here. What do you? I'm just confused. What you mean? Want to make a merge, but don't know how long you should wait. Merging. What are you merging, sweetie? Do you have 2 channels? Is that what you're saying? And you want to merge them into one? I'm sorry. I'll wait. I'm waiting till you tell me. Maybe I can help you. I just need to understand, that's all. Where am I? I gotta order dinner. Oh, merch. You want to make merch, you're saying. I got ya. You want to make merchandise. I figured it out. Look at me. I used my brain and I figured it out. Okay, so she wants to make merch, not merge. Merch.
Oh.
That's what we were talking about, merch. I'm like, wait a minute. She must be using talk to text or something, because talk to text does that crap to me all the time too. You don't have to wait to make merchandise.
Don't wait. No,
make it
don't
now.
wait.
There's no reason to wait. You can make merchandise when you have 0 people. I know people that do. They have their merchandise all planned out. They have it created. They just haven't released it to the public yet. And as soon as they have 100 subscribers, they release it. You don't ever have to wait to make merchandise. Sorry. I apologize for not understanding your question. Talk to text sometimes screws us over, doesn't it? But I got it when I read it out loud a couple times. I was like, oh, merch.
Yeah.
That's what I do all the time, too. I do that. Let's guess what I'm trying to say, Day. Welcome to my world. The scariest thing is that sometimes the things that it comes out with saying, I'm like, oh my God, I did not say that. Please do not say that to my priest. Yeah, I don't have a priest, but you know what I'm saying. Like, it's horrible what comes out. Horrible. Yeah. You rock. So, is there anything else that you would like to share with our viewers today, or who may watch later on? I mean, you're pretty freaking great.
I'm pretty fabulous,
yeah,
really.
You're pretty fabulous, you are. We need to get you a crown. What kind of crown would you like? I mean, I have the mermaid crown. You need a crown.
Do I? I don't know.
We all need crowns. Crowns work, honey. Crowns work. Amazing things. They help to hold our hair in place when it wants to fly away. When the hair looks like poop, it distracts from the fact your hair looks like poops. When you don't get your eyes done in time or whatever, it distracts from that fact. Everybody's looking at the crown. They're not looking at your eyes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's an excellent point.
I highly recommend crowns for anybody who has a chronic illness. And you can get them for like $8 on Amazon.
See, I'm not really the crown wearing type, though I appreciate those that do. But I could definitely do, however, with a sword, a shield, and a nice plate of armor.
I like that idea. That's a really good idea, man.
I think so. I feel like the warrior type. That's what I feel like I do. And so I think a nice,
agree.
you know, nice katana, something, one of those beautiful katanas or a scythe of some kind. Yeah, so here I am talking about weapons. You're like, let's have a beautiful crown. I'm like, no,
arming herself. It's okay, because mine is from Poseidon, for God's sake. You think Poseidon's not going to weaponize this thing?
Of course.
Someone comes after me, these, you know, this the throwing star right here, honey. Don't tell people. It's a secret. It's my secret weapon. Poseidon is arming me. He's watching out for me. He doesn't trust these humans, but I do, for the most part. Depends on the humans.
He is quite the vengeful type, our Poseidon. My goodness.
I was just looking out for us mermaids. I'm just saying.
This is true. No, vengeful is the wrong word. That's not the word I was looking for. What was I looking for?
He does like to bring up a good storm.
He does like to bring up a good storm. No, don't be afraid to laugh at yourself. 2, don't be afraid to take the days when you need them. I think if you need a day off, if you need some time, take the freaking time. You know, address the chronic health, whether it's acute, it's just something that's happening now, whether it's chronic, doesn't matter. Address the health when it happens. Don't let it get bottled up and don't leave it.
Don't wait until you can't walk.
Yeah.
Or can't speak. That was another problem I had. I couldn't talk.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
I'm really good at putting myself in those situations.
Yeah. Don't be afraid to take the time that you need. You know, we all need a bit of time away. And yeah, whether you're a content creator, whether you work a 9-to-5 job, whether you can't work at all because you're sick, doesn't matter. Take the time that you need to rest. And don't be guilty, or don't be made to feel guilty for that.
Right. If you can't do the dishes, don't do the dang dishes. They'll be there
exactly.
They'll be there
dishes alone. Let them grow furry animals that you'll end up having to feed and start naming. Yep. Just
or I don't know. You know, if you have somebody else that's around that is capable of helping, I don't know. Say, hey, I need help. Don't be afraid to ask for help. That's a big one.
That's a big one.
That's a big one, because that is one of the things that we don't want to do. We get stubborn about. We say, I can do this. And we get tired of asking. So we just do it ourselves. And then what happens? Exactly what we thought was going to happen.
Yeah.
So be insistent. You have the right.
Mm-hmm.
You're sick. You're allowed.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly. Yeah, that's it from me, I think.
It's your prerogative, man. It's your prerogative.
Oh, yeah. That's it.
Sharni, I love you very much. Thank you so much for coming today. I truly, truly, truly appreciate it. I hope that you have yourself a mermazing day. Give me one moment. I will say goodbye to the lovely, lovely wild ones that are here. And I know there was something I wanted to talk to you about, and I can't remember what it was, but I'll remember by the time I say goodbye.
No worries.
If you're okay waiting a minute, is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll do our little goodbye thing. Say goodbye to Sharni, everyone.
Take care, everyone.
Okay, let's see. I'm going to hide you for a moment. Gotta find where that's at. I'm a mess today. Sorry. I'll get that. I also got to order my dinner. I have it already. I just got to click a button. Shh, don't tell my husband I'm doing that. He'll find out when he gets home. Okay, found you. There we go. I did it. Okay. And then I do this part. There we go. Isn't she amazing? She is truly amazing. She's an inspiration. And she's an inspiration because she rises above it all. And she does everything she can within her power, recognizing her limitations, to let it pick her up and bring her to higher places than she thought she would go herself. So, Be like Shardy. Rise above. Know that you are loved. And I will see you guys again real soon. Rock on, my wild ones, and wild ones unite. Always be there for each other, and don't forget, if I can follow my dreams, surely you can too. Get out there and make them as amazing as you. 'Cause I got faith in you, and I know that you do too. Bye for now. See you real soon. I'll be back tomorrow morning, and then in the afternoon, you'll find me over on Twitch. And if you're never unsure of where I'm going to be, just check the calendar. It's on the About page. I try to make it as easy as possible. I try. Doesn't always work that way, but I try. All right. Let's get this thing up here properly so I can hit the right buttons. Come on. Oh, my hand's spazzing. Every time I click on it twice. There we go. See you soon. Wrong button, wrong button, wrong button. Right button.